the eternal cycle of day and night that characterizes human existence, we often find ourselves reflecting on the choices made, the paths taken, and those left unexplored. These moments of introspection, steeped in nostalgia and regret, are like shadows dancing on the border between the light of awareness and the darkness of the unknown. Yet, in the ancient wisdom passed down through myths and legends, lies the key to transmuting these regrets into pearls of knowledge. Greek mythology, with its heroes challenging fate and deities weaving the destinies of humanity, offers us a model for facing our inner demons. These tales not only narrate titanic feats and immortal loves, but also reveal themselves as valuable guides in our journey towards acceptance and overcoming regrets. Through the deeds of legendary figures like Hercules, whose strength lay not only in his muscles but also in his heart, and Athena, whose wisdom illuminated both the battlefields and the paths of the mind, we can find inspiration to face our regrets and transform them into springboards for greater self-understanding and comprehension of the world around us. By letting these ancient teachings permeate our being, we can learn the art of freeing ourselves from regrets, not through oblivion, but through a process of growth and inner renewal. Deep within the human soul, where the purest emotions intertwine with shattered dreams, regret silently insinuates itself, spreading its poison. This shadow, born from the echo of past choices, can envelop the heart like a dense fog, obscuring the light of joy and the future. However, in the eternal wisdom of ancient Greece, we find a potent antidote to this invisible ailment. Consider the figure of Sisyphus, condemned to eternally push a boulder up a mountain, only to see it roll down each time. His is the quintessence of regret, an endless struggle against an apparently cruel fate. Yet, in the heart of this punishment lies a lesson in resilience and acceptance. Sisyphus teaches us that, even in the face of the apparent futility of our actions, dignity and meaning are found in persevering, in finding value in the process rather than the result. Similarly, the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice speaks of the sharp pain of regret. Orpheus, the musician who enchanted even stones with his lyre, is granted by the gods of the underworld the chance to bring back his beloved Eurydice, on condition that he not turn to look at her until they had reached the sunlight. His disobedience, a moment of doubt, causes the permanent loss of Eurydice. This story reflects the fragility of the human heart and the temptation to look back, wishing to change the past. It teaches us that living in regret is like walking backward into the future, a path that leads only to shadow and loss. Yet we should not view these tales only as warnings or punishments. At their core, they carry the seed of transformation. Regret, though a poison, can become a medicine when mixed with the wisdom of acceptance and understanding. Like Dionysus transforms grapes into wine, so can we transform the pain of regret into a sweet wisdom that nourishes the soul. The key to this inner alchemy lies in recognizing that every mistake, every wrong choice, is a step on the ladder of personal evolution. The gods and heroes of the past show us that however great our falls may be, our capacity to rise is infinitely greater. Through the filter of reflection and learning, we can purify the poison of regrets and allow it to flow through us, freeing us from its weight and enabling us to look at tomorrow with renewed eyes, ready to embrace the infinite possibilities it offers. In this metamorphosis of the heart and mind lies the true power of the human being, the ability to draw strength from one's own fragility, to see in the darkest night the announcement of a new dawn. Thus, armed with this new awareness, we can face the path of life, not as prisoners of our past, but as explorers of a future rich with promise and light. Within the vast mosaic of Greek mythology, there is a golden thread that unites all stories, the ability to transform pain and regret into wisdom and strength. This process of spiritual alchemy, which sees heroes emerging renewed from their trials, offers a potent metaphor for our journey of personal growth. Take, for example, the story of Achilles, the hero whose invincibility was overshadowed only by his vulnerability at the heel. His life, marked by glory and tragedy, teaches us the importance of recognizing and accepting our vulnerabilities. Achilles shows us that, despite our imperfections, we can still aspire to greatness and influence the course of our lives and those of others. His regret for his actions and losses, rather than paralyzing him, becomes the catalyst for deep introspection and for a final glorious battle that seals his place in eternity. Similarly, the figure of Penelope, with her fidelity and cunning in keeping suitors at bay while waiting for the return of Odysseus, illustrates the strength that resides in patience and faith. Her stratagems, the fruit of sharp intelligence, teach us that often in the face of regret for what we cannot change, our greatest weapon is the wisdom to wait for the right moment to act. Penelope transforms the pain of separation and anxiety for the future into an opportunity to demonstrate her resilience and her capacity to govern wisely in her husband's absence. These heroes and heroines, with their lives woven of triumphs and tragedies, invite us to see our regrets not as insurmountable burdens, but as milestones in our journey of growth. Every regret carries with it the seed of transformation, a lesson learned, a strength discovered, a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The path to transformation requires courage, the courage to face our regrets head-on, to examine them under the light of awareness, and to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? It is a process that step by step allows us to break free from the chains of the past and to weave, with threads of gold of wisdom and resilience, the fabric of our future lives. In this journey, we are accompanied by the gods and heroes of antiquity, whose stories resonate through the centuries, reminding us that even in the face of the harshest trials, we have the capacity to emerge renewed, stronger and wiser. Thus, armed with this new awareness, we can confidently face the challenges that await us, transforming every regret into a step towards realizing our true potential. In the twilight of this journey, through ancient wisdom and immortal legends, we find ourselves at a crossroads between the past, with its regrets and its lessons, and the future, virgin land ready to be explored. We have traversed together the labyrinth of our fears and doubts, guided by the light of heroes and goddesses who, though born from human imagination, bear within them universal and timeless truths. Greek mythology, with its pantheon of figures as divine as they are human, has revealed to us that the key to freeing ourselves from regrets does not lie in oblivion, but in the transformation of these regrets into steps towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We have learned that every regret, every unexplored path, every unspoken word can become a stern but fair teacher, teaching us the art of resilience, courage, and above all, acceptance. This wisdom, flowing like a golden river through the stories of Achilles, Penelope, Sisyphus, and many others, invites us to recognize that true strength resides in vulnerability, that true wisdom is born from doubt, and that true courage is manifested in the confrontation with our limits. It reminds us that though mortal, we have within us an immortal power, the ability to give new meaning to our failures, to transform pain into strength, loss into love, regret into wisdom. And so, as the shadows of the night give way to the dawn of a new day, we find ourselves enriched, not burdened by our regrets. Armed with the wisdom of the ancients and the courage of those who have learned from their mistakes, we can now face the future with new eyes, ready to write our own story without being chained by the pages of the past. In this spirit, our journey does not end here, but marks the beginning of a new adventure, a path we will travel with the awareness that every moment lived, every choice made, every road explored or left behind, contributes to defining the unique and unrepeatable pattern of our existence. And in this fabric, intricate and colorful, regrets are no longer dark stains, but nuances that enrich the design, making it deeper, truer, more ours. Let us then pick up the baton from the heroes and heroines of the past, carrying in our hearts their strength and wisdom, ready to transform every challenge into an opportunity, every end into a new beginning, every regret into a step towards the summit of our personal Olympus, where, finally free, we can enjoy the view that only Stoic wisdom can offer. A boundless horizon where the future awaits only to be discovered. If these reflections on Stoic wisdom and the transformative power of regrets have resonated with you, I invite you to stay with us, to continue this journey of self-discovery. And the invaluable legacy of the ancients. Subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell so you don't miss upcoming videos, and share this journey with those who, like you, are seeking inspiration and tools to live a fuller, more conscious life. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or with what you would like to explore together in the next adventures. Remember, every step you take in this journey, you take not only for yourself but for all of us, united in the search for wisdom and truth.